Just imagine. You wake up not to the sound of traffic, but to the soft rustling of leaves outside your window. The morning sun spills gently across your kitchen table, brushing against old ceramic tiles and wooden chairs that seem to whisper stories from another time. There's a hint of salt in the breeze, the kind you only get when the sea isn't far, and somewhere nearby, a church bell marks the rhythm of a village that still remembers how to breathe. This isn't a vacation. This is a quiet possibility. Today, we take you to Sicily, but not the Sicily you've seen in travel guides. We're going inland and uphill, where ancient mountain towns still guard secrets from the Middle Ages, and where the value of a home is measured not just in square meters, but in sky, silence, and sunlight. What if we told you that 22,000 euros, barely the price of a second-hand car, could get you a 3-story stone house in a real Sicilian town, 18 kilometers from the sea, surrounded by forested national parks? Or that 27,000 euros could buy you a rooftop terrace with views of the Aeolian Islands in a hilltop borgo that looks like a film set? We've gathered 4 homes that offer something rare. Real Mediterranean soul. A price far below the national average, and the kind of lifestyle that feels impossible in modern cities. So, if you've ever dreamed of owning a little piece of Italy not just for vacations, but for slow mornings, village bells, and wine at sunset, stay with us. These 4 homes in Sicily might just make you believe in a different kind of future. Some houses make you squint toward the sea. Others let you stretch out beneath the sun and see the Aeolian Islands shimmer on the horizon. This is the latter. Tucked inside the historic center of Novara di Sicilia, this 4-story stone townhouse offers exactly that: a panoramic veranda, a heritage-rich location, and a price tag that feels like a throwback to another era. Just 27,000 euros. That's 338 euros per square meter, well below even this town's already modest average of 381 euros, and barely a fraction of the 1,200 euros plus rates in the surrounding province of Messina. For less than the cost of a family vacation, you can own a vertical slice of Sicilian sky. Let's talk structure. The house stretches over 4 levels. Ground floor, entry hall and bathroom. First floor, living room. Second floor, bedroom. Top floor, kitchen plus the crown jewel, a sun-drenched veranda with views over the Tyrrhenian Sea, the mountains, and on clear days the Aeolian archipelago in the distance. The bones are traditional: the stone facade, the carved balcony, the cool interiors built for Mediterranean summers. And yet, modern comforts peek through: high-speed internet, local bus connections, and access to nature trails and beaches just 21 kilometers away. This isn't a fixer-upper in the countryside. This is a centrally located townhome, walkable to shops, cafes, and piazzas in a place that Italian travel writers call one of the most beautiful villages in Sicily. Novara's winding lanes and layered history draw in a steady trickle of off-the-beaten-path explorers, architecture lovers, and nature seekers, the very travelers who return for peace, not parties. And for investors? That matters. All the ingredients are here: a postcard-worthy location, an intact structure, a coveted sea view veranda, and a price point so low, it almost dares you to say no. Yes, it needs some cosmetic updates. New lighting, refreshed furniture, maybe a bit of kitchen flair, but the layout works, the space breathes. And the veranda, that rare horizontal luxury in a vertical home, is more than an outdoor corner. It's a stage for morning coffee, sunset wine, and late-night conversations under Sicilian stars. So, who is this for? The remote worker craving fresh air. The retired couple looking for a low-cost retreat. The savvy investor building a niche holiday portfolio. The dreamer who wants just enough space, just enough view, and more than enough story. At 27,000 euros, this isn't just a house. It's a balcony with a future. Some homes sit quietly tucked away where the air is thinner, the sky feels wider, and time slows without asking. This house stands in San Basilio, a small hamlet nestled just 3 kilometers from the historic town of Novara di Sicilia. It's not in the center, and that's the point. Here, in the green folds of the Sicilian hills, you'll find a detached home with 4 open sides, 127 square meters of space, and a plot of land just large enough for a garden, a chair, and your peace of mind. The asking price? 34,000 euros, or 268 euros per square meter. That's lower than even this small town's average, and almost a quarter of the going rate in nearby Messina. And yet, this is no crumbling relic. The roof? Brand new. The floors and stairs? Solid concrete. The kitchen comes with a traditional Sicilian wood oven. And the views? Direct to Rocca Salvestra, the mountain that rises like a sleeping giant just beyond your windows. Inside, the structure is honest. 3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom. A handful of balconies front and back. A bright upper-level room with access to fresh air and hillside light. And a quiet rhythm that turns every morning into something slower, deeper, warmer. Yes, it's a light renovation project, but one with a solid backbone. The heavy lifting is done. No roof worries, no foundation stress. What's left are the details that make it yours. The walls, the textures, the stories you'll tell once you arrive. Bus connections still reach the hamlet. The sea is just 23 kilometers away, along with the train station and the motorway. You're remote, but not cut off. And let's talk potential. This house doesn't scream holiday rental, it whispers retreat. A niche offering for hikers, for artists, for writers, for anyone seeking to disconnect and reroute. With the right furnishings and a little flair, it becomes more than accommodation. It becomes an experience. You're not buying just brick and land. You're buying distance from the noise, from the rush, from the ordinary. You're buying sunlight that falls differently, and silence that doesn't feel empty. For 34,000 euros, you're not just investing in a property. You're stepping into a rhythm you forgot you missed. Some places feel like vacation even before you arrive. This one lives like a postcard. In Finale di Pollina, where the Sicilian coast glows golden and the hills lean gently toward the sea, sits a home inside Residence Apollonia, a gated community built for rest, retreat, and rhythm. At 59,000 euros, this 2-level townhouse offers not just bricks and keys, but a full lifestyle package. Step through the gate, and you're not just walking into a home, you're entering a resort setting. A life-guarded pool, tennis courts, and a small football pitch. A children's play area, changing rooms, outdoor showers, shared green spaces, and your own parking spot just steps from the door. Inside, you'll find a bright living room, a compact kitchenette, and a bathroom with shower on the ground floor. Upstairs, 2 bedrooms, 1 double, 1 single, just enough space for a small family or holiday guests. The highlights? A front porch to greet the mornings, and a private rooftop terrace with panoramic views toward the Mediterranean Sea. You're not isolated. Finale's central piazza is within walking distance, lined with cafes, pizzerias, and convenience stores. A Conad supermarket sits nearby for daily needs, and the beach? Just 1.6 kilometers away, a short stroll or quick drive to the Torre Conca Bay, where the water runs clear and calm between rocky cliffs. From Pollina, San Mauro Castelverde station, you're 11 minutes by train to Cefalù, one of Sicily's most iconic coastal towns. That's weekend potential. That's short stay appeal. That's rental gold. And here's the key. The house is being sold fully furnished, a rare plug-and-play deal. No renovations, no waiting. Just choose your check-in date. The average price per square meter in this part of Sicily exceeds 1,170 euros. Here, you're getting resort access, sea views, beach proximity, and a turnkey home, all for under 60,000 euros. It's not just a property. It's summer on repeat, weekends that stretch long, and a permanent invitation to slow down by the sea. There are villages that welcome you gently. Mistretta, perched high in the Novara Mountains of northern Sicily, does something more timeless. It waits. Its winding stone alleys speak of a slower age. The old Baroque church, Chiesa Matrice di Santa Lucia, rises like a sentinel above the town, and just a short stroll from its sunlit steps, tucked within the town's historic heart, sits a quiet opportunity few would expect. This is not a ruin. This is a 3-story semi-detached house with light from 3 sides, a balcony, a veranda, and solid bones beneath the plaster. It spans 98 square meters, and the price? Just 22,000 euros, that's roughly 224 euros per square meter, nearly 1/3 the local average, and just 1/5 of what homes across Sicily typically demand. Let that sink in. This is a functioning house with a ground floor living area, 2 bathrooms, 2 bedrooms, and room to imagine more. The roof is intact, the flooring is stable, and the stone core of the house, hidden now behind aged render, might be revealed with the right restoration. Even without touching the structure, a little aesthetic work, some plaster, paint, kitchen updates would already bring this home to life. But numbers only tell part of the story. Because life in Mistretta moves with a rhythm that modern cities have long forgotten. There's a weekly market in the square, local buses connecting you to the world, and high-speed internet that lets you stay grounded and online all at once. The nearest train station, at Santo Stefano di Camastra, is just 18 kilometers away, putting Palermo and Messina within reach. The Mediterranean Sea lies the same distance downhill, a short drive or bus ride to coastal light and salted air. Behind the house, the Parco dei Nebrodi stretches out in quiet grandeur, Sicily's largest protected forest. Its trails, lakes, and mountain ridges make this an ideal hub for travelers seeking nature getaways, ecotourism, or seasonal retreats. And that matters especially for investors. Because Mistretta isn't a tourist hotspot, but it is part of the Sicilian story. It's authentic, affordable, and undiscovered by mass tourism. That makes it a magnet for a different kind of visitor, the hiker, the historian, the honeymooning artist. A place like this, restored and marketed well, could command meaningful income as a holiday rental without the competition or cost of bigger towns. From a lifestyle perspective, it's poetic. From an investment perspective, it's pragmatic. 22,000 euros doesn't buy much in Europe these days. But here, it buys you space, light, privacy, and possibility. It buys you a foothold in a mountain town that still holds hands with its past. It buys you a starting point, whether for business, for rest, or for something in between. When people think of Italy, they often think big: Rome's ruins, Florence's museum, Venice's canals. But Italy's magic doesn't always shout. Sometimes, it whispers in stone houses no one's rushed to renovate, in hill towns where the only traffic is laughter at the piazza. It whispers in Mistretta, where a 22,000 euros house sits quietly beneath the peaks of Nebrodi, not needing to impress, just waiting for someone who sees its bones in its view. It hums through the winding alleys of Novara di Sicilia, where one townhouse offers sea views from the rooftop, and another just outside the center wraps you in open air, wood oven warmth, and the hush of the Sicilian interior. And in Finale di Pollina, it sings softly through tennis courts, children's laughter near the pool, and sunsets over the Tyrrhenian Sea. Each of these homes is real, and each of them in their own quiet way is remarkable. Not because they're luxurious, but because they are grounded in earth, in community, in time. They ask for little and give back much. A place to breathe deeper, to own more, while spending less. To start a new chapter, or just a long weekend in a part of Europe that still feels personal. We're not showing you fixer-uppers for flippers. We're showing you footholds in lives worth living. And in case you've just joined our journey, this is Europe Home Deals, your weekly look at affordable and authentic homes across the continent. So now we'd love to hear from you. Which of these homes speaks to you most? Which would you visit first or never want to leave? Tell us in the comments below. Mention the property number you liked most, and we'll send you a bonus pack with hidden cost estimates, renovation suggestions, and a custom amenity map for each home showing you what's really around, from shops to clinics to sea breezes.